Hello. Today we have the fabulous Amy in Montana. It's a really exceptional massage therapist. And today we're going to share her story about what she went through in the LMT Accelerator program. So thanks for joining me, Amy.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm really excited for people to hear your story because I am just so honored that I got to work with you. And I think you're so talented that I'm just so honored that I got to be a part of your journey. So, can you share with us a little backstory on maybe just, yeah, where are you at in your career before the program and what caused you to sign up for the program?
First off, I was very honored to work with you. Um, it You just exceeded every expectation I could have possibly had for this program. So I'll just start there. But a little bit of my background where I was prior to meeting with you. So I have my background as a registered nurse for 8 years. I was a labor and delivery nurse in my final 2 years of that career, and I just wanted to take more holistic approach to supporting people. And then that shifted into pregnant moms, postpartum moms, and babies. And so I was just in a place in my practice. So I've been in my own practice for 5 years now, 5.5 years now. And before working with you, I was really wanting to like niche down. I was known in my town and the small surrounding areas as like the massage therapists that work with moms and babies and um knows a lot about pregnancy and birth and postpartum, but I just I didn't feel like I was quite where like I really wanted to be. Like maybe like 10 to 25% of my practice was moms and babies. And I just hit some really slow months. I think the universe was just kind of aligning me into a place to slow down enough so that I could just really figure out where the heck I wanted to go. And um, I was feeling really burnt out, like working on the clients that you love and adore, and they're great people, but it's not quite the fulfilling work that you're really wanting to be doing. Because I would leave a prenatal session and I'd be like, oh, yes, let's talk about everything that you want to do for your birth. And I want to hear it. And I'm so excited. Or, holding these little babies and just watching their bodies melt in front of me. It was like, I'd leave those sessions and be like, this feels good. And then, you start really finding those fulfilling sessions. And so when those weren't the majority, I was just feeling burnt out. Um, I didn't feel like I was quite making enough. And then this was kind of where you entered. I've just been kind of stalking you, as you know, for a while, like in the background, as I'm sure many people are. And you like just emailed me one day, was like, hey, I saw you were checking out my page. Can I help you with anything? And we hopped on the phone and it was like instantly I knew that we were aligned. There was zero judgment from you. I didn't really know exactly where I wanted to go and what I was looking for, but you just helped me like ground, like right in that moment of like, it's okay. And you are going places, but sometimes that clarity isn't there. And you really helped me do that. So that's where I was before. Um, and yeah, the 4 months working with you has just totally transformed my practice.
Yes. Okay. So let's talk about what happened during those 4 months. I feel like we accomplished a lot. There were certain things that you already had in motion, some really good things that, like, you already, projects that you had started, and then they just kind of got put on pause. So it was actually so nice to kind of reanimate the great work that you had already started, and then really just some fine-tuned structural things for your practice. And like you just said, kind of turning the ship in the direction of really your favorite niche, which is the moms and the prenatal and the baby. So let's talk about the 4 months. So what did we do?
Yeah, I should probably have a list in front of
I
me.
know.
Um, well, and I should add, I felt very like successful in my practice in the sense like I was booked out um like 6 to 8 weeks. I had wonderful clients that have stuck with me for years, and I'm so grateful for every one of them. But I couldn't, I didn't feel like I had the time to focus on the things I wanted to focus on. So I had launched a childbirth education course like a couple years ago, and then just some life events and stress. It just kind of put that on the back burner. Um, I was wanting to like help moms do their own work on their babies at home, but it was like I just was like would get to an end of a week and be like, I didn't do it again. I didn't do it again. And so over these 4 months, my goodness, what did we do? So, like I said, I had a driving practice, and all of that was word of mouth. I live in a small town, and I had a Facebook page to help market, but I don't think I'd posted on that in a couple years, probably since like 2020. I didn't have a web page because it was like I was to the point that I was like, please, nobody else come to me. I don't even know where to put you. I'm grateful that you're calling me. I'm grateful for the referrals. But it was like, I didn't even want to market because I just felt overwhelmed. And I also didn't have a Google page, which I was like, I don't know, I don't need that. And so I think some of the first things we did was set up the Google business page, which I've had countless people because you can track it. The amazing, right? You can track it. And in my intake form now, I ask like how you heard of me, and most of the new moms and babies are Googling
Wow.
prenatal massage or Googling me or my business, and so finding me through the Google business page. I created a web page, which
A
has brought in
beautiful,
it
beautiful website.
is. Thank you. I feel very proud of it. Um, and so that was really great. That has brought me definitely a lot of traffic also. And then what else did we do
You
like with
raised your rates.
I raised my rates. That was the first thing we did, wasn't it? I think within week one. And I raised my rates from $100 per 60 minutes and 145 per 90 minutes up to 120 and 175. And it felt so uncomfortable at first, but um I just, and I lost a small handful of clients, for anybody who's scared to raise your rates, but I have replaced those slots with new clients and more ideal clients. And my practice actually, I would say, probably has about 50% of pregnant moms, postpartum moms, and babies now. And so I feel like it just opened the door for me to welcome in the clients that I'm really wanting to serve in this season. And so I also feel like I can work a little bit less, focus on my family more, focus on some of these projects that I've really been wanting to get done. And so those are kind of the big like foundation pieces. I also started a newsletter. Just I like to write, I like to share about my health and wellness and other things that people can do in their lives outside of that hour they get with us. Um, so I feel like those were some of the big foundational pieces that I thought were so little and weren't very important. And that could just be my total lack of technology IQ and business IQ. But it absolutely shifted so much for me. And even to just have this web page that I feel really proud of and just to send to people that they can get on and read about me, read about my services and schedule. I think that energy that is like radiated from me because I feel proud of it, I think radiates out too.
Yeah, and you broke up with Massage Book.
I broke up with Massage Book. That was so funny because I wanted to for so long, and you were like, you can do it, you can do it. And I remember texting you and being like, because I was so worried about transferring all my clients over from Massage Book to Acuity. And I texted you and was like, I did it and it took 30 seconds. I mean, the whole process took time, but the fears that I had around doing some of these transitions was like, oh, it's going to take forever. And I dwell on that. And then it really didn't take that much time. And just having you to back me up and hold me accountable, it was so beneficial because otherwise my mind would have just let me keep putting it on the back burner. And it was like, just do it, just do it, just do it. And I got it done. And I'm
Yeah.
loving Acuity.
Yes, I feel like you're right. It's so easy when you are operating word of mouth and you are busy to think that these things are small. But for you in particular, I feel like you have a real a specialty, right? We're
Mhm.
not just doing basic Swedish deep tissue. And you're also positioning yourself as an expert and a leader in this particular genre. So I really wanted your online presence to match that. And Massage Book, as easy as it is, it just really doesn't replace a website. It's to me, it's fine when you're starting and it's functional, but like it just does not compare to the beauty and the energy of your website that now really represents you. And then even just little things like the Acuity allows you to have classes now and just other features that you didn't get with Massage Book.
Mhm.
um, and I love to hear that the Google listing is now driving your ideal clients. And so many therapists have a fear around like shifting away from standard massage to go towards a specialty that they're more passionate about. And so that is a big deal. I hope other people watching this are inspired because you can shift into a specialty. Can't um you can't just stay on massage book and do the same thing you've always been doing. Like there has to be a conscious effort and a branding and a message through all these things that we've done to really turn the ship towards the specialty. I feel like you did it fast. And so like you said, like going from 10% to 50% now is a pretty big deal. And I'm sure you're so happy about that.
I am, even looking at my schedule tomorrow, I have two babies and two pregnant moms, and then one craniosacral client. And it's
Oh
like,
my gosh.
I'm looking at it and I'm like, yay, I'm so excited. And um, three of those individuals had booked through Google, and in my world, overwhelmed moms, like to just be able to click on a button compared to like I kind of like gate kept my schedule. They can just schedule now and it's a lot less stress on me and then it's one less step for them. And I think the thing I want to add too is like the trust factor, you know, there was many moments where I was like, it feels scary, it feels scary, it feels scary. Like this client decided not to work with me anymore. That feels scary. But just kind of being in that liminal space of you kind of like what's that saying? You have to like shed your old life to make room for the new. And
Yes,
so
exactly.
it's that trust in the process of some things are falling away and that's uncomfortable, but it's just making room for where you're going.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, the other big thing that we accomplished is your course.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I just feel so proud of it. So we originally started with like a big signature course. So building a course has been something I've been wanting to do for years, and I had built one, but at the time I had a mentor that was really pushing me in a direction that didn't feel aligned, and then I just kind of gave up. Um, the thing that was so great with you is you just really meet people where they're at, and like you'll give your advice and be like, yeah, have you thought about trying this though? And then you just like totally respect, like you totally respected where I was at and my background and my beliefs and everything. But um, I give homework to these parents all the time, and I'll send them videos of different stretches I want them to do. If their baby's kind of stuck like this, I give them a stretch to open this whole side of the body. And I kind of put all of these stretches and techniques together into one course. And it's geared towards babies who have tongue ties, lip ties, cheek ties. Um, And it's to give the power back to the parents to do body work at home before and after tongue tie, lip tie releases. So Tiny Ties Big Impact is the name of it. And it started as a mini course and kind of grew into something a little more complex and comprehensive. And it's done and it's out there. And have a few parents that have bought it, and I'm working on some collaborations with people to get it out to more parents, and that was a really big accomplishment.
Yeah,
So,
I know teaching is like a passion of yours. And so I think in addition to making the fine-tuned changes in your actual practice, like rekindling your love of teaching and having at least the mini course launched as just a way to kind of yeah, start teaching again, basically, and making it more efficient in terms of you're saying these things to people all the time anyway. Now you can just refer them to a course, and it's just like saves your time. It's another revenue stream, and
mm,
then we know that the signature course will be following next, right?
yep. Yeah. So it's just, especially in, learning during COVID times, like I just really found like I want to have multiple revenue streams. And I think that can look different for everybody. Um, and so just that along with like my love of teaching and the love of what I do, it just like was perfect little combination. And yeah, that was something I was really proud of, and having you be there to hold me accountable because I'd probably still be working on it. Just like I don't got time this week. And so just having that accountability to show up each week and check in and have you to like lean on for the advice and questions because you've done this before was so helpful. And it's something that I normally like don't finish fully. It was like so much of what I do. I think that's just like my personality. And I finished it. And yeah, everything over the last 4 months I felt very proud of, but that was something I felt very proud of.
Yeah, we got a lot done.
Did.
So do you have any kind of tangible numbers about like income? Do you feel like your financial situation is better also from this program?
Absolutely. I'm gonna pull up those numbers. So February of this year, and it was a little bit of a slower month, but my income was 4,845 for the month, which that's a little on my like lower end. Winter months, we were on vacation. I saw 42 clients that month, but I saw just 10 more clients in the month of August, and I made almost $8,000. And that,
Woo!
yes, and that's just clients alone. And that was my slower week or slower month out of the summer. I guess June I made almost $9,000. That was the second month of working with you. So we have, yeah, 8,575, 7,445, 7,295. And then I also have other streams of income that um probably brought those closer to like 8, 9, upwards of 10,000. So
Yes, ma'am.
yes,
And
yes,
by the way, can you tell people what your work schedule is?
yes. So I work like half days, Mondays, and then full days, Tuesdays, Thursdays. And so it gives me a chance to pick my kids up on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. And then, I'm done at like 4 on those Tuesdays and Thursdays. So it's very part-time. And we all know like owning your own practice, you're kind of never off and you're kind of doing stuff throughout. But my hands-on time is, um, yeah, those 2.5 days.
Yeah, because how many children do you have?
I have 3 boys
And
and
how old
all
are
kids
they?
are busy, but my goodness, 11, 8, and 4. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I feel like that's very inspiring for parents to hear as well. Yeah,
Yeah. And
you don't have to grind out a million sessions a week to make these kinds of numbers.
yeah, and I burnt out in nursing, nursing, it's, I wish that a massage therapist came in and talked to me in nursing school, all of us about your energy and taking care of your body and so much. But I burned out and I crashed really hard. I feel like I'm still working through healing from that burnout and stepping into this career. I'm like, I don't want to do that again. Um I don't want to be a slave to my job. I don't want my body to crumble. And so it's just important to me to like put my family first. Still have to make money. I want to make money. I also want to help the people I want to help.
Perfect.
Yes.
How ideal is that?
Yes.
You're you're living the dream. And okay, so that is all just so impressive. I really do feel like it was so fun and easy to work with you, and we really did accomplish a lot together. How are you feeling kind of like moving forward into the rest of your, the next 3 to 5 years or so?
Feel so excited. I think we were done like 2 weeks ago, and I've just kind of taken this time to like ground down. I never felt like it was too much. Like I said, you don't push, but you just kind of you're there for the accountability. Um, I've worked with people where it's just like push, grind, go, and I never felt that. But I did take the couple weeks to just like ground down, moving forward, like stepping out on my own. And I just feel really excited and inspired um, to get this information out to parents and to moms to be able to work on their babies themselves. And yeah, feel like this is leaving me in a good place over the next 3 to 5 years of I really would love to then teach other massage therapists some of the work I do with moms and babies also. So yes, there's lots of exciting things coming.
Yes, I know. I feel like any therapist watching this probably be like, I want to learn from that lady. So, how can people follow you if they want to follow your work?
So, yes, good question. You can follow me. I'm on Instagram. I'm really working on like growing that page right now. I'm at the Somatic Mother. And I think you could just find me on Facebook also if you like tag me on this. And just like reach out through there. Yeah.
Cool. All right, Amy. Well, it was so lovely to hear your story, and thank you so much for sharing today. And yeah, we'll be in touch.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, bye.
Bye.